G'day everyone and welcome to another episode of Two Cousins, One Chat. I'm Ben.
Hello and welcome everyone. I'm Kristy and yes, it's true, I am Ben's cousin, his favourite cousin, and I'm coming to you from Melbourne, Victoria, Australia, which for our international listeners is the most southern state on the mainland. Tassie, of course, being the most southernest state, and I am totally banging on. Sorry,
Yes,
Ben. G'day,
yes.
everyone.
Hey, Chris. Look, it's great to be in your ears for another episode, everyone. And g'day. Sorry about that. I did actually hit the dump button on Kristy because she was banging on about something. I don't know. Only joking. Hey, Kristy, I'm beaming in from South Australia, the best state in the country. It's south but west, and it's also west of Victoria. And I don't know. How about we just put up a map? This is super confusing. I don't know. I actually don't know where I am anymore.
I think that's a really good idea, Ben. And look, we are a bit fuzzy in the head because we've both had colds this week. So,
I know.
Just bear with us, folks.
Look,
We'll be
we actually thought about doing a whole episode just complaining about our colds. Trust us, we could do that. We could, but we thought, no, maybe not.
Let's ditch the rest of the show notes, Ben, and just talk about cold and flu for the rest of the week. Week, whatever. I don't even know what I'm talking about.
Difflam versus strepsils, how many Panadols can you have in a 24-hour period, things like that, yeah.
Oh, I reckon that's a great idea. So aside from your cold, because we've just spent the first hour talking about that, both of our colds, how you been, Ben? What have you been up to?
Well, I've had this cold and it's really been getting me down. No, well, you know what it's like when you're sick. You feel miserable. You feel like your life is over. But look, it's always busy. I haven't got a lot of news to report, other than, if I may, just some sporting banter just for the moment, because everyone knows I follow the Adelaide Crows. In fact, two things I'm very excited about.
Yeah.
Adelaide Crows are doing really well. They're on top of the ladder. So this is Australian rules football for our overseas listeners. And the team that I follow are doing super well. We're on top of the ladder. We're smashing it. So I'm getting a little bit excited about how we might go in the finals. The other thing that had me silent screaming this morning when the rest of my family was still asleep is that Ben Folds is coming to Australia next year.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious. He's coming to Adelaide in February, and he hasn't been here for 4 or 5 years. I'm very excited about that. I can't wait. What about you, Kristy? You're always getting out about and doing exciting things. What have you been up to?
I know. I've been really busy, Ben, and I dropped down to 3 days a week work-wise. So it's been fantastic. It's such an awesome balance. So last week I actually went to an exercise class with my mum, who's 80 years old. And I swear for 2 days afterwards I couldn't walk.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And how did Honey Ash pull up? Probably fine.
She goes twice a week to this class.
Wow.
Excuse me. Yeah. So that was really, really good fun. And anyway, afterwards I took a photo of us and my face was bright red and
yes, I did see that actually.
It was really good. And she's so fit, my mum. So she does a really, really good job. Super proud to do that with her. But
80 years old, like people would go, she's not 80, get out of here.
Nah. She does that twice a week and she plays tennis twice a week. And you might have seen this in the family chat bed. She started playing walking football.
Walking football.
Yeah, you have to be over 60 to play it. So it's this particular group, must be in the community house, whatever it is. And so walking football. No running, just walking. Yeah.
I think that's a fabulous idea. You can actually play walking netball as well, I've heard.
Oh, actually, I'd be up for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good on the knees. Much better on the joints.
Yeah, because my knees are shocking. Both knees, one ankle and left hip.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's quite a list. That's another episode.
Yeah. I would love to do a whole episode about whinging about things that are wrong.
Well, you know what? We could do another mailbag episode. Anyway, let's stay on track here. Come on, what's going on? What else has been happening?
Yeah, so I've been up to heaps, Ben. So because I was just saying before, I'm working only 3 days a week, so I've got time to do other stuff. So just recently I went to the Living Legends. Have you heard of that?
No.
Do you know that all horses share their birthday on the 1st of August every year?
I did know that, yes.
Okay. So there's on the news the other night, they were celebrating the horse's birthday, and then they were at this place called Living Legends in Melbourne. I'm not sure if anybody's heard of it before, but it's a retirement home where past Melbourne Cup and Caulfield Cup winning horses go to retire once they're done racing.
Mm-hmm.
So we went out there to it's called Living Legends, and it's right by. Hang on, I'm going to cough. Cut that bit out. Sorry.
I will. I'll edit that.
It's right by Melbourne Airport, and it's right in the flight path too. So when the planes are going over it, you can see them really, really clearly. But it was fantastic. It's an old homestead, and you can go there for a Devonshire tea, and you walk around and you go and see all the horses. And there's a whole bunch of horses that you might know. But it was fantastic. It was really, really, really good fun and really well worth it if you're in Melbourne. It's called the Living Legends, and it's in Tullamarine, I guess it is. But it was really cool.
Oh, wow. And I bet they would look stunning too still, those horses. They must still look amazing.
Yeah, they looked smaller than I thought they were, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was interesting. There was one horse there called Brew, and he won the Melbourne Cup, like, I don't know, 25 years ago. He's like a 35-year-old horse. He's quite old. But he looked kind of old. But all of the others, yeah, they were beautiful. Got to scratch them and pat them and feed them some carrots and stuff. And that was really, really cool. Ben, I've also been to the French Impressionist exhibition. So if you're in Melbourne this winter, do not miss it. The exhibition's at the National Gallery of Victoria. You know, that big grey building on St Kilda Road?
Yeah.
The water that trickles down the front?
Yes, beautiful. Yeah.
So it's on until October, and it's part of the Melbourne Winter Masterpieces. It was absolutely stunning. There's like over 100 works of paintings from the Museum of Fine Arts in Boston, and they include a lot of like Monet, Renoir, Manet, and you kind of wander through the gallery, and you're wandering through different rooms, and it's all set up in French styles, saloons and artist studios.
Oh, wow.
It was really, really lovely. So it's like art is being brought back to life. It was really cool and cool, like really perfect for a wintry weekend that you can just take your time, wander around. You put your headphones on and you listen to Julia Zamero do the commentary through the paintings.
Well, that's a nice. Oh, she's got a fantastic voice.
And she's French.
Of course, she is too, yeah.
So that was really fantastic. So I can 100% recommend that, the French Impressionist exhibition. And I actually bought an original. I don't know if you can see it behind me there. Yeah, down on the ground.
I can, yeah, absolutely.
It's expensive.
Yeah,
it's like $15.
You had to go to auction. Was that like Kristy's? Oh, Kristy's. Did Kristy's auction that one off? Auction. Kristy's auction.
So that was really cool. And also recently we were contacted by our good mate Wendy Bywaters from Nil.
Oh, hey Wendy.
Hey, g'day Wendy. That's Nil's a halfway point between Adelaide and Melbourne. You guys might remember we used to be called either side of Nil.
Yeah.
Before we had our big rebrand name change.
But we are still either side of Nil, and we still love Nil.
Yeah, we do.
So what did Wendy have to say?
Well, Wendy shared a really lovely story about a local legend, Mervyn Schneider, who's an OAM, and he just turned 100 years old. So Merv is a World War II RAF warrant officer and founding member of the Nil Heritage Aviation Centre. So as part of the Wiregrass Heritage Trail, I don't know if you've heard of that one, Ben.
I haven't.
But there's a new 20-minute film which captures his incredible journey from his first flight at age 7 to life on Nil's wartime airbase and his love for community and aviation. So it's a really lovely story. We'll chuck the show link into the show notes, and we've put a call into Merv to say g'day to him and wish him a happy birthday. We haven't heard back from him yet, but stay tuned. But it was a really lovely story, and geez, he looks fabulous for 100.
That's amazing. Wow.
I know, right?
Is he in Mum's fitness class, or is he?
He could be.
Jump on the train twice a week. Jeez, these people just getting out and doing stuff. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
His first flight at age 7. Well, happy birthday, Merv. And wouldn't it be great to speak to Merv at some stage soon?
Yeah, I have put a call into Merv, just waiting to hear back. But as soon as we hear back from him, we'll make a recording. We'll insert it into one of the next coming podcasts. So it'll be lovely to chat to him. So thanks, Wendy, for connecting us.
Well, the topic for today is a good one, and I can't take credit for. I think I may have had the idea, but I can't take credit for the awesome name, which is Research Roulette. Kristy, can you explain to our listeners what is Research Roulette?
Well, you did come up with this idea, Ben, and it's absolutely brilliant. So we gave each other a totally random subject. The brief was to pick a topic for each other. So it could be historical, pop culture, fashion, food. Nothing was off the table, right? So the challenge is a 2-minute crash course on a topic plus 3 surprising or extraordinary facts. It has to be quick, quirky, interesting, and fun. So we've called it Research Roulette, Aussie Big Things and Beer.
So, there's infinite topics in the world, and we come up with Aussie Big Things and beer. So it's very Aussie, a bit very Aussie flair to things today. But listen, buckle up, listeners. Get ready to learn something unexpected, and let us know who you think which topic won the day. Hey,
Yeah. All right. Cue the drum roll, Ben. It's time to reveal today's surprise topics. Oh, hang on. I've already
no, we
revealed
haven't.
them.
We've already done it. No amount of editing is going to fix that problem.
No. You already know what they are. Righto, Ben, your
Do.
topic is Aussie Big Things.
Yeah. So when you mentioned this, so we gave each other the theme, by the way. So Kristy gave me big Aussie Big Things, and I gave Kristy beer. So uh, it was really interesting. I thought, okay, where did this big things come from? And it's actually recognised as a uniquely Australian phenomenon. So if you read some history, i.e. Wikipedia and the internet, you can see that some of the big things emerged as the same time as what they call roadside giants, which are these big fiberglass sculptures in the United States. Um, but the big things phenomenon has really kicked off in Australia. And I think it's actually, as an Australian, I think it's quite it's a bit of an iconic thing that people do talk
Yeah.
about. It's a very Aussie thing to talk about the big things. And they're a great stop along a road trip. You might see them in the middle of somewhere like the giant koala with the slightly evil eyes if you're going sort of through the stall kind of area on the way
Yeah.
to Victoria. Um, and they're great fun for kids. They're usually souvenir shops, or there'll be cafes, or they're very touristy driven. So, and it started me thinking about some of the big things that I've seen. And when we were kids, I hadn't even really thought about this, but we used to go to see the biggest rocking horse, which is the biggest rocking horse in the world, I think it's called.
No way. Where is
It's
it?
here in South Australia in Gumaraka, which is not that far. It's just out of the city. And Dad used to take us there a bit as a kid, and I think Mum took us there as well. We used to go. It was kind of like a thing you could take kids to. And you climb up this stairs. If you look at it, it's a giant rocking horse. I mean, the whole thing doesn't rock, but it looks like a giant rocking horse, and you can climb to the top, and there's a cafe and souvenir stuff.
Oh.
That was one of my favourites, but my other favourite was in Berry, which is in the Riverland in South Australia. The Big Orange, of course, because they grow lots of citrus in the Riverland. And the Big Orange. And I think, when I was a kid, show and tell at school, you'd go and take things. I used to take my ruler that I had from the Big Orange, or, you'd have, you know, erasers and stationery that you'd buy, key rings and stuff that you'd buy in these things. So, look, it's uniquely Australian. There are over 1,000 big things in Australia. And thanks to Tomo, who put up a huge list, and also our cousin Adrian, who's a big A. He's a big himself. He's a big thing in Australia
Yeah,
himself.
he
Big
is.
A. He sent us a big long list as well. Some of the big things I hadn't been aware of was there's a big Ned Kelly in Glenrowan in
Seen it.
Victoria. Have you?
Yep.
I haven't. I think I've seen the Big Lobster in the southeast of South Australia. I've seen the giant koala, but there's a big lollipop in Western
Oh.
Australia. There's a big merino in Goulburn in New South Wales.
Yep.
There's heaps of them.
Yep.
So there's a lot to be said. And my fast facts on it are that there are over 1,000. That was my
Yep.
first fact.
Yep.
The second one is that in 2007, Australia Post released a set of stamps with 5 of the big things: the big banana, the golden guitar, which is in Tamworth, the big
Yep.
lobster here in South Australia, the big merino, and of course the big pineapple, which is probably one of the most famous in Queensland.
Where's Queensland? I haven't seen that one. Yep.
The big pineapple, yeah, that's on the Sunshine Coast. I have seen that one. And I've also seen the big banana. The third interesting fact, and Kristy, I can't believe you didn't do this when you were in Canberra recently, is
Yeah.
at the National Museum, there's a comprehensive exhibit of big things. It's like an interactive exhibit. So can't believe that wasn't on your list. But
I
anyway,
don't know. I can't remember seeing that when I was there. Mustn't have had my big things radar on.
maybe not. Yeah.
I don't know if it was
Maybe
there,
it's
Ben.
ironically, it's a very small exhibit. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't remember seeing that one. Oh, they're great. I reckon I've seen a whole bunch of these big things. I've seen the big banana, the golden guitar, the big mango. Oh,
Oh,
that was your timer.
I didn't do too badly.
No, you did really, really well.
But
That
I am
was 3
taking up.
minutes.
I'm taking follow-up
You
questions.
are, yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen a heap of big things, and I've seen the big cherries in Young.
Really?
Yeah, I've seen a heap of
Okay.
big things. A big mango in northern Queensland. So,
Oh, what about? Because I haven't been to Tasmania, but you have.
yeah,
Have you? Did you see the big Tassie Devil?
no.
Oh,
I don't know
okay.
where that was, Ben. I haven't seen it.
Oh, it's
But
elusive.
I actually think we could, do a road trip and take listeners along with us. We can just go and see all the big
Do you know
things.
how much fun that would be? But it's funny you say that because there are TV shows about the big things. Magda Jabansky
Oh,
did some little vignettes, shall we say, just little mini stories, I think, on it. But also Ross Noble did a documentary around Australia, and he made a point of going to a whole lot of big things
I love
as
Ross
part
Noble.
of that doco. And Ross Noble, he's mad, if you know him. He's a mad Aussie comedian. Well, he's English, but he lives in Australia. So yeah, there's plenty to see. But people, check it out. Big things. We're known for having the biggest banana,
Things.
biggest mango,
Yeah.
biggest kangaroo, biggest cane toad,
Prawn in Ballina. I've been to the biggest prawn in Ballina.
biggest prawn. Oh
Yep.
wow, okay. There's
Yep.
lots of seafood. A bit of
Yeah.
a seafood theme. Yeah, a bit of a fruit theme too.
There's none near me, but I think you should go to the Rocking Horse. But you said it's near
Well,
your house.
it is. I haven't been for a long time, but we should go. Take
Wouldn't we
family
go?
and
That would be fun day
have a
out.
Devonshire tea and
Why
yeah.
not? You should
Yeah,
do it.
it's not that far at all. It's like I can
Challenge.
see it from
Have
my
you
house.
accepted the challenge?
I'm literally looking at it as we speak. That's how big it is.
Oh, Ben, you should do it. All right. Are you
Okay.
ready for my topic? It's called, Ben gave me the topic of beer. Okay. So,
Yeah. I wanted to know about the history of beer, a little bit about it.
I have done some research for you, dear Benjamin,
Oh my gosh.
and I've called it A Brew Through Time, the History of Beer.
Oh
Right.
wow.
So I'm going to read my notes because it's quite research driven here. Beer. It's been around for over 7,000 years, starting in ancient Mesopotamia. I'm not
Yeah.
even sure where that is, but it sounds really nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, where people drank fermented barley out of clay pots. Sounds gross.
Ooh.
All right, fast forward a few thousand years, and beer became the backbone of medieval monks and loved by the Germans, and eventually the drink of choice you bring to every Aussie barbecue.
Hell yeah.
I forgot to set the timer. All right, go, Kristy. All right. But in Australia, beer landed with the first fleet, but things really kicked off in the gold rush, probably in Ballarat. Do you know where that is? Sovereign Hill?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where miners got really, really thirsty, panting for gold. Enter the old faithfuls like VB, Victorian Bitter. It's proud, it's strong, and it's about as Aussie as football, meat pies, kangaroos, and Holden cars. It's been the choice of drink for footy fans, tradies, dads mowing lawns since forever. A hard-earned thirst needs a Vic Cold Bitter. As a matter of fact, I'd need it now. This is so full of testosterone, right, Ben?
Oh man, I need to go and mow my lawn. Jeez, I need to go and hammer something in a wall somewhere.
But times have changed, Ben. Craft beer's come a long way since its once niche appeal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
I know what you
Today,
mean.
there's a dazzling variety of styles and flavors tailored for every kind of palate. And it's not just a stereotypical bearded beer bro, right? So
Mm.
whether you're into bitter IPAs or smooth chocolatey stouts, there's something for everyone. And the names, get this, Ben, Hazy Galactic Mango IPA,
Mm.
mm, Optimus Prime.
Yep, I've had that.
Oh, really? Old
Yep,
Rasputin
I've had that too.
and Wake Up Dead. Have you heard of that one? Oh my
No, I don't know
God.
that one, but that's how I felt when I had a cold. I don't know if I mentioned that I had a cold. Yeah,
Yeah,
carry on.
I've got the cough going on. But behind these craft labels are passionate brewers who talk about hops, malts, and mouthfeel with the precision of some wine sommeliers.
Mm.
So, in fact, much like wine tasting, craft beer culture has developed its own vocab and tasting rituals with flavour notes ranging from tropical fruits to toasted marshmallows.
Yeah, wow.
So, it's not just a drink now; it's an experience.
It
That's
is
the
an
history of beer.
experience.
Did I
Yeah,
did I kind of
wow.
nail it?
You absolutely nailed it, and it made me remember that my brother Stephen and we came over to Melbourne for a beer tour.
Mm,
I don't know if I got it for him for his birthday or
I think
something,
you
or we
did
just
for
agreed to
his
go
yeah, his 40th or
for
something?
some. No, it wasn't that long ago. Anyway,
Or
it
his
doesn't matter.
70th?
70th, yeah, his 100th in the Merv. Um,
In the Merv on the beer
in the
tour.
Merv on the beers. Yeah, no, we went on this beer thing and it was great. Like the first sort of half of it, it's just like mouthfeel and smelling hops and talking about the brews. And then by the end of it, everyone's had a few drinks. So then
Yeah.
on the bus trip on the way back, they just basically play K-San all the way home and everyone just like screams out the window. It's kind of the full gamut of beer. But
Uh,
I love your reference to VB and Vic Bitter in South Australia. It was West End
right.
Draft or
Yep.
Southwark Bitter. They were the two really sort of
Okay.
the
Yep.
stalwarts of the old beer world. So yeah, and they've just knocked down the old Southwark Brewery recently.
Oh,
So the old
no.
West End Brewery, sorry, yeah. But
Oh.
that's fantastic. So
I've got 3 amazing facts you might not know about beer, so
tell us
hang
your
on.
facts.
All right, I've
Yeah,
got
sorry.
14 seconds till the timer
Oh
goes off.
gosh, just tell me
Aussies
more.
didn't
Sorry.
invent the Foster's stereotype, right? So,
No.
despite being marketed globally as Australia's beer, Foster's Lager is more popular overseas than in Australia. Hang on,
Yeah,
there's a
well,
timer. Stop. Right. So, and it was created by 2 American brothers, but it's a bit of a running joke here in Australia. So, have you ever had a Foster's?
maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can't even remember.
Nah.
Plus, probably you. I mean, not many people have drink Fosters in Australia, do they?
I've never drunk it as an adult. I might have
Yeah.
snuck a sip when I was a kid.
Underage, yeah.
Yeah.
And did you know that beer helped build the pyramids? So
Oh.
Egyptian pyramid builders were paid in beer and about 4 litres of it a day. So
What?
it was, yeah, nutritious and hydrating and more refreshing than the Nile water.
Yeah, no doubt.
So basically, any wonder the pyramids, they were meant to be square, but they ended up into like a point.
Like, how can we wrap
They were
this up?
drunk.
Yeah, that's it.
And my final tip, hang on, what's it called? It's my final amazing fact about beer, Ben, is in Australia we mix beer with lemonade, and that's totally normal to me. It's called a shandy. Yeah, I love a shandy. So it's half beer, half lemonade, and it's really light and it's a bit refreshing. So and it's perfect to drink for breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
And breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Yeah, no, the old shandy. I don't know if I've ever had a shandy, but they're definitely becoming more popular because people are looking for lower alcohol options. So
Yeah,
there you
right.
go. And there's another one you do with stout and I think lemonade. Is that called a black and tan or something like that? I don't know. Don't. I'm going to get into a whole world of stuff that I don't actually know
Oh
and
dear.
then start
Yeah.
making stuff up. So
Yeah.
I don't
I
want to
actually
do
don't
that.
really like drinking beer. It makes me burp so much and my stomach blow up.
Oh, that's not just you. That's beer. That's what beer does.
So
And
is that why they
that's
call it a beer gut?
yeah, well I think, some people if they're hitting it a bit too hard, then yeah, you can get a bit of a beer belly.
Okay.
And I do love a beer. I love craft beer. But it is of course something that you need to, you know, drink in moderation because
Yeah,
it is
yeah.
an alcoholic beverage.
When I've
But
been overseas, we've had some beer, say like in Vietnam, the beer, I think it's called Tiger beer, and it's
yeah,
really light and it's easy to drink. And when it's like stinking hot, it's like a
mm,
nice drink. So, but yeah, that's all I can say on beer.
it's more refreshing rather than like a hazy IPA or something, which is thick. You can't see through it. You almost got to eat it with
Ah,
a
okay.
fork kind of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's quite thick, but yeah, lots of different flavors and stuff. But I love the ancient history of beer. That's fantastic. So grab
it's good,
yourself a
isn't it?
6-pack and go and check out the biggest pineapple. And you couldn't be more Aussie. We put it.
Exactly. Now
Now
what?
what? I'll put some more music in. So look, our research roulette. I think we should do that again
I
because
liked that.
the reason I gave beer to you as a subject is because I wanted to learn more about it, but I couldn't be bothered doing the research.
Oh,
I
did you
couldn't
learn
be
much?
bothered.
Did you
I
learn
did.
much?
I didn't know that the pyramid builders were paid in beer because I wouldn't have thought beer was around that long ago because that's sort of ancient times.
Well, yeah, it was because don't forget, beer was it's been around for over 7,000 years
Oh, I forgot that
in
fact. Yeah, so
Mesopotamia.
I'll just do the maths on that.
Yeah.
That's my calculator. Yes, no, you're absolutely right. Yeah, it's fantastic. No, what did you learn about biggest things?
Wow, I didn't know that there was over 1,000 of them, and I didn't know that there
No,
was an exhibition in Canberra because I would have
no.
gone. You know how much I bloody well loved Canberra.
Yeah, now look, maybe my research is telling the listeners something that's actually been and gone. Perhaps it was a limited,
Yeah, might have
limited
been. Yeah,
something. I'm giving information that's not actually true, but hey, it's still good information to have. So, look, we might do this again. Why don't you tell us some fun facts, or give us some subjects, or
that's a great
spin the roulette wheel and tell us what you want us to find out some more about? Because if you're
that's a
too lazy
great
to do
idea.
research,
Yeah.
we can do it for you.
Yeah. And do you know what we haven't done for ages is our 80s pop quiz. So
No,
I
we haven't.
reckon that must be coming up really, really soon. Plus, we must have another vault coming up soon.
Oh, look, there's so much on there. Let's put it on the list again. This is our admin section where we
Yeah.
give each
Yeah.
other jobs on
Yeah.
our show. So let's do that absolutely because I know
80s
our
pop
listeners
quiz.
love the 80s
Yeah.
pop quiz,
Yep.
and you can play along at home.
And then we'll film it and we'll chuck it up on, we'll create maybe we'll do an 80s vault because I don't know if we've done that before, combine the two. And most recently, Ben, we're now on Apple Podcasts, so you
Yeah,
can listen to us on a whole range of platforms, and that's including Spotify and Amazon Music, YouTube, all the rest of it. But we're now linked on Apple Podcasts and iHeartRadio, and that's really
yeah.
cool. And also the Great Australian Pod Directory, and I was in contact with Cheryl from the Great Australian Pod Directory, and she gave us our download numbers from there, and they're really good.
Oh, great. Oh, thank
Yeah.
you so much, everyone. I love I
More
mean,
than
I
one
use.
and less than 100.
Oh, wow. Okay. Jeez.
No, it's been really good.
Well,
So
I like Apple Podcasts because that's where I listen to my I say podcasts. It's almost singular because my favorite podcast is the
the
Junkies
junkies.
with
Yep.
Dave and Kitty. But I have listened to some of our episodes on Apple Podcasts and fantastic. It's so good. So yeah, thanks everyone for listening. I think we'll wrap it up. What do you reckon?
We'll wrap it up here.
Alrighty, see everyone. Stay
Bye.
healthy because we've had colds. We didn't
Yeah.
mention that.